Now, in the previous session, we looked at printing the times table for a number entered by the user. Now, here what we are going to do is we are going to look at printing the times table from a number to another number. That means if the user enters 2 and 5, we have to print the times table of 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's the objective. So, which means we have to enter the number or starting number, and let's call this as start table of end is equal to, let's copy paste this and say ending number, right? Now here instead of table 1 of, this would be start and this would be end. So here, which means that we are going to receive two separate parameters, number 1 and number 2. So here we have to say for, let's say, j in range number 1 to number 2, and we push all this. Yes. So what is happening? Here we have a loop within a loop. Within the inner loop, a particular table is being printed. Then it stops, goes to the outer loop, which repeats it, right? So, which means now number 2, we have to say, okay, here we have 11, which means we have to say plus 1 as well here. Because remember, we can't say range 1 to 10 if we want up to 10. So if we want up to number 2 table, we have to add 1 to it. Okay, so that was 1, and which means here also we have to say uh, now here j will be your table and this will be j. So which means we require j. First let's take it as number 1 comma number 2, and let's say j is equal to number 1, right? So here will be j and here also it will be j, but now we need to have an outer loop while j is less than or equal to number 2, and we push all this, and here we have to say j plus equal to 1. Try to understand this. Within this loop, I is getting incremented by 1 till that particular table is printed, and then j is getting incremented once it comes out of this loop. I think it is going to work. Let's see. Run, edit configuration. It is times table itself. So run times table. Okay, now here expected colon. Okay, so colon. Anywhere else? No. Run. Okay, here also. Okay, run times table. Let's keep it simple and say 34 to 36. What happened? Table 1 missing one required positional argument. Okay, here number 1, number 2. Here we have to pass two parameters, right? Starting and ending. So comma table end, and here we have to pass table start comma table end. I think now it should work. 34 to 36. 34, 35. What's happening? Why is okay? So now we need to demarcate between two different. So for each table it is printing this separator. So let's do one thing. Here also we have to separate it to be able to differentiate it. So once a particular table is printed, let's put a dash 20 times, and here also let's do the same thing. Now we will be able to differentiate. Run, say 34, 35. Let's go back. For loop 34 up to 10, 35 up to 10. Now dash line and star. That means now we are in while loop. So 34. What happened to 35? What is happening is for loop is working perfectly. The while loop is giving a problem. It is only printing the first numbers table, not the next time onwards. Why is that? If we see I is less than or equal to 10, so when it comes out of the loop, I is 11. So the next time when it goes here, it is 11. So it won't go into the loop because it is not less than 10. So which means we have to reinitialize I equal to 1. So which means we don't even have to initialize it here because here anyhow it is going to be initialized to 1. Now let's see what happens. Let's say 56, 57, and let's see what happens. 56 times 1 to 10, 57 times 1 to 10, 56 1 to 10, and 57 1 to 10. Yes. So that is printing that times table from for a particular number to another number. And we literally can give any two numbers. Shall we give it for give a negative number to it and see what happens? Minus 2 to minus 3. Will that work? No, it will not work because minus 2, here the numbers are getting incremented. So minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. So we have to give it in the other. So we have to say minus 3 to minus 2. So let's see here. Minus 3 table, minus 2 table, then minus 3 table and minus 2 table. Here I have given a print statement. So let's give it in both the places. If we run it, let's say 4 to 6, we will get 4, 5, 6. And now using the while loop, 4, 5, and 6. So that's it. Bye.